What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero War Central. Happy Monday, everybody. A little bit of math today. Just a little bit, I promise. How's everybody's weekend going? How is everybody doing? Happy Halloween. For those of you celebrating Halloween, thank you so much for joining me. Joining us on this spooky day. I got a little bit of trick-or-treating happening tonight. It's a little cold, a little rainy today, but that's okay. That's okay. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fun. I got my wool socks, so we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. I'm wearing my St. Louis Battlehawks hat. It's a little off-kilter, though. The XFL, partially owned by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, they announced their team logos and everything yesterday or the day before. And fortunately, the Battlehawks are very similar, if not exactly the same, to the logos they had before the pandemic shut down professional sports. I have a hat. I have a couple hats. I got a couple of hoodies. I got a couple of shirts. So I'm glad I can wear the same stuff. I'm a season ticket holder for the St. Louis Battlehawks XFL football team. I get to choose my seats here in about a week. I'm very excited to choose my seats. We're going to really enjoy the season next year. I can't wait to have American football. I can't wait to have American football back in the great, dangerous city of St. Louis, Missouri. Math Monday. Yep. Let's say hi to the chat. Say hi to the. Sorry, gosh. Ugh. Say hi to the community. I see a ping one there on the live stream. Ebonk says hi. Happy Halloween, everyone. Good to see you. D. Warman running the show. Thank you so much for being here and keeping things running at nice and smooth. D. Warman says, I was right about the Times 4 Emerald sale starting on Saturday. Yes, you were. You did call that out. I got to buy some emeralds today. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Let's talk about that in just a few minutes. Yeah. Aloha, Richard. Clemavasso says, hey, Charlie from Connecticut. Cinder says, happy Halloween. Good to see you, Cinder. Lady Love is here. Good to see you, Lady Love. It's been a minute. Let's see. Scott K, RPG Holic. Happy Halloween for those of us on this side of the international date line. Oh, good call. Good call. It is already Halloween. Or no, it's past Halloween for some of us, right? I don't know how that works, RPG Holic. Scott K says, morning, people. This is your savior speaking. Please place your tray tables and seats in their upright positions. That's kind of scary. That's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. I want to give a shout out to my French community. I know that some of you are watching, and I know that I had a conversation with some of you over the weekend about a Burger King exclusive. Hellboy, I don't know if you're watching. I don't know, Hellboy, if you're on YouTube watching now or if you just watch my videos later on. But for those of you that don't know, there was a Modern Warfare 2 skin that you can get by buying a Whopper value meal from Burger King in France. It was not available in the United States. So we reached out to our French community. In fact, if any of you are a member of my Discord, you probably saw the ad everyone that I sent out over the weekend. And I apologize for that, but it is my server. If you don't like it, deal with it. If you don't like it, deal with it. Coral, yes. French, you mean Big Mac? No, Big Mac is... Oh, I did say Big Mac, though, didn't I? I said Big Mac, but I meant Whopper. The Whopper is Burger King. Big Mac is from McDonald's. Anyway, let me show you this. Let me show you the skin, and then we'll move on to Hero Wars. Hellboy from the web server 17 of the guild Lost Chronicles. I'm sorry. The server is Lost Chronicles. His guild is Guild Prime. Burger King France Modern Warfare 2 reached out to me early yesterday morning and said that he went ahead and bought the Whopper value meal for me. And here we go. Here's the artwork. Let me find this. Here we go. There we go. Full screen. So it's the Burger Town operator Fun fact, this looks a lot like one of my buddies in real life, Jake. Yeah, French, yeah. No, Ebonk, no. For Modern Warfare 2, not for Hero Wars. Not for Hero Wars. Anyway, I had a lot of fun with this skin yesterday. So big shout out to my French community, community members from France for really picking up the slack there. I offered to send money to pay for the Whopper value meal, but Hellboy declined. So I sent him some Hero Wars web gifts instead. Who is the hero for November? People are saying Dante. But I don't have any confirmation on Hero Wars Facebook and web. On mobile, I have no idea. Is there a worse level than Isaac +3? You need 800 fangs. Yeah, Isaac was trouble. Looks like discount Dr. Disrespect. I think Dr. Disrespect is getting a skin of his own in a little bit too. In a little while. I don't know. We'll see. Anthony Smith, as soon as I know what the events are, my event videos are the best videos by far that I put out. So trust me when I say if I get any information about events, I will put it out. But let's transition over to the most important thing that I want to talk about today. Excuse me, and that's inflation. We're going to talk about inflation, and we're going to put some caveats in place before you guys lose your minds. We're going to try to keep this as thin when it comes to politics as possible. We don't need to discuss the actual politics or policy or anything like that. This is for entertainment purposes only. I was a licensed, registered, and insured financial planner at one time, but I'm no longer. All right. So take anything that I say here today as entertainment and not financial advice. All right. We're going to be doing some light math, but we're going to be rounding a lot. We're going to use things like 10 and 100 and 30% and 25%. And we're not going to be we're not going to be specific at all when it comes to any of the specific currencies that any country or any currency had to deal with. We're just going to discuss why it's bad and why it's good. All right. And we're going to discuss both points of view and why it is a huge missed opportunity. Okay. So with all that being said, there is a link in the description box down below. It's a link to a Forbes article, whether or not you like Forbes magazine or not. It covered the topic of inflation very well, and it does in many ways apply to Hero Wars. Okay. Now, mobile players, if you're not familiar, just last weekend, in fact, on my birthday, October 27th, Hero Wars Facebook and web raised the prices of all non-USD currencies. Raised the prices of all non-USD currencies to match the US dollar. Now, why is this a problem? Well, because of the way the world works, the US dollar is strong right now. And it's not a good thing that it's strong. You want it to be on par with most other average currencies, right? Some currencies you just can't. There's a couple different types of national currencies. There's something called a pegged currency. There's hybrid currencies. I'm not going to get into currency discussion, anything like that. Why inflation happens. We don't need to cover any of that. But what basically happened was all of the prices across the world were increased. I'm sorry, the prices of emeralds across the world for currencies that were not the US dollar. Now, the US dollar, as far as I can tell, for emerald has not changed. The purchasing power for emeralds, or $1, I should say, per emerald is still 1,276. That's $12.76 per one US dollar. But there was a few currencies that you could cheat the system a little bit. Japanese yen, the Hungarian currency, whatever it was talking about, whatever the Hungarian currency is called, they had a huge buffer there. 20%, 30%, a large chunk of a discount. So what does that mean? So if I would have bought $100 worth of currency, if I would have bought $100 worth of emeralds with USD, I would have gotten 20% less than if I'd have bought $100 worth of emeralds in Japanese yen or Hungarian forint. Okay, thank you. Forint. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that. We're just going to call it huff or hoof. So if I'd have bought $100 worth of emeralds in hoof, I would have gotten $120 worth of emeralds. Pretty straightforward, right? In that respect, people that were using other currencies aside from the US dollar that were a weaker currency in the global economy were getting more emeralds. All right. But unfortunately, due to inflation, the prices of emeralds have gone up in these other countries because the price of emeralds is pegged to the US dollar, much like oil. Much like oil. So I want to talk about today the 3 issues of why inflation is bad. Okay, so the first issue is less purchasing power, right? If I spent $100 a month, and again, I'm not saying specifically that everyone spends $100 per month. I'm just using $100 as a broad, ambiguous term, all right? So if everybody spent $100 a month and you got $100 worth of emeralds, you do this for months and months and months, whatever. Like that's your budget for Hero Wars. I don't know why you would spend that much. That's your budget for Hero Wars. Because of inflation, the price of emeralds has gone up. $100 now buys you $80 worth of emeralds, right? You have less purchasing power. Okay? The most obvious impact of inflation is that it hurts your purchasing power. If you can't buy as many emeralds as you did before, your quality of living within the game of Hero Wars has to diminish because you have less emeralds to spend on your activity. You have less emeralds to spend on your outland chests. Let's see. Let's toggle this over to. Let's toggle this over here so we have something actual to look at. And mobile players, I wouldn't be surprised if this started affecting you all in one way or another very soon as well. So a lot of people will spend emeralds on outland chests, and now you can buy 20% fewer or 30% fewer outland chest openings. You can spend your emeralds on energy. Now you're going to be able to get 30% less energy because of this inflation that Hero Wars has put into place. So this is going to cause people's accounts to, over time, suffer the average quality of life for that account, or however you want to describe this issue, right? So the second big thing, and what this will ultimately lead to, is what's called the loss of goods and services. Right? You have to prioritize your money. So if I go in and I'm thinking about spending $100 on 108,000 emeralds, let's call it $100 for 100,000 emeralds. Nice even number. But now it's $100 for less emeralds, like $100 for 80,000 emeralds, right? And again, the US currency wasn't affected in Hero Wars, so this isn't going to reflect what's actually happening here. Then you got to make purchasing decisions. If I have to spend more to get to 100,000 emeralds, like if I need 100,000 emeralds per month, if I need 1,000 emeralds per month, if I need 500 emeralds per month, and I have to spend more to get access to those emeralds, you have to prioritize that money against other things, like food, like gas, like heat, all right? You're not going to buy emeralds instead of food. And if you do that, then that's a mistake. You should buy food instead of buying emeralds, right? So what does that what does that cost? So if people start having a less good quality of life in the game because they can't afford as much energy as before, they can't afford as many outland chests as before, they can't afford as many chaos particles as before, they can't afford as many big money blue ball openings as before, and you have to start considering other choices that you spend that money on. You know, that extra $10, that extra $20, right? $20 more that I need to get to the same amount of emeralds. If I need that for food or to repair my car or to buy, you know, my kid's school instruments so he doesn't fail his music class, right? If I have to do that, then I'm going to spend less. So now not only, like I said, not only are we enjoying the less quality of life, but we're spending less, right? And this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a problem for Hero Wars. Now, the third reason why inflation is bad doesn't really apply to Hero Wars because it has to do with savings. I'll cover it right here just briefly. When inflation happens, people are less likely to save money or invest their money into the stock market or bonds or whatever. Again, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. But as your dollar becomes less valuable, and as you have to make priority decisions on where that dollar goes, you're less likely to put the extra money that you have into savings, which doesn't really apply to Hero Wars because we don't have savings, but the other two is good enough. And if you guys are curious about this article, again, it's a Forbes article. I don't care what you think about Forbes. I don't really care for Forbes. It's just a good article that I found to discuss inflation. It's linked in the description box down below. All of these things are going to lead to people spending less or outright quitting Hero Wars, right? That is the simple fact of the matter. Okay, so the reason why this was necessary, and this is going to be the part that everybody is going to be like, oh, Charlie, you're a corporate shill, you're in the pockets of Hero Wars and all of that. The reason why this is necessary is because they deal in an international market, right? And if they're selling a product to the United States, which makes up the largest percentage of Hero Wars players, right? If you look at their most recent financial documents, North America, or the United States specifically, makes up the largest percentage of people that play Hero Wars. It's just by a couple of percent, but it is still the largest. Add to that the US dollar is the world currency, it's the oil currency, and all of that other political mumbo jumbo. The USD is kind of the target for many international businesses. Tagging their products and services to the value of the dollar is the most important thing. And if I can buy a product or service for $80 in Japan that it costs somebody in the United States $100 for, then you're missing out on that $20 in margin or profit, right? So the reason why international businesses do this is to maintain fairness to their largest client base, or to protect their margin. But the issue is that this is a digital product. This is a digital product and doesn't require any overhead whatsoever, right? A digital product. There's not somebody mining these emeralds. You don't have to pay the miners to mine emeralds because there aren't any miners, right? You don't have to pay the trains or the trucks fuel. You don't have to pay the drivers of those trains and trucks and ships. You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay the workers at the refinery. You don't have to pay the salespeople at the jewelry store. Like there is no overhead for emeralds. There is no overhead. None whatsoever. None. So the reason why inflation exists is because you have to pay your employees a higher dollar value as the cost of everything goes up. It's oversimplified, I know. That's the reason why inflation exists on some level, right? But if you don't have to pay anybody, you're just paying your employees a flat rate, which hasn't changed, because I know nobody's giving bonuses or raises right now in this economy, in this political environment that we're living in right now. All you're dealing with right now is protecting the margins on your profits, okay? Which is, again, this is a business. Their job as a business is to make money, right? They sell you a product or service. We're led to believe this has a value. These emeralds have a value. They don't have a value. They have a value because we put the value on there, much like the US dollar has no value because there's nothing backing up the US dollar, right? So Nexter's missed an opportunity here. Hero Wars, Nexter's, Kismet, whatever, missed an opportunity. They could have lowered everybody's price. In a time where I am struggling to pay for my kids' Christmas presents, where I'm struggling to get to work on time because my check engine light in my car has been on for weeks and weeks and weeks. I'm driving on bald tires. My kids are eating garbage food because I can't afford actual food. In a world where Hero Wars and Nexters have had bugs after bugs after bugs after bugs after bugs, this is a huge missed opportunity. This is a huge missed opportunity. They could have lowered the price to the hoof or the yen, and they could have done that. Would people have complained that this is just giving Americans an unfair advantage, an extra 20% buying power? I think people would have. I think some people would have. But ultimately, I think the alternative, what we actually got, has ended up being the bigger problem, right? So inflation is bad. But raising your prices on a digital product with no overhead is is pretty bad also. It's pretty bad also. So now I haven't read the chat for 15 minutes. So let's see. The fuel price goes up. The mining for emeralds goes up. The price of emeralds goes up. It all makes sense. Yeah. They're just pixels. Exactly. I never thought of you and you would be a gold standard kind of person. Hey, I watched The Wizard of Oz. All right. I watched The Wizard of Oz. Anger towards Nexter started long ago. Long before pricing. Yep. Thanks, Hero Wars. My 4 kids just walk away from... Save my wallet, yeah. What are we talking about? Just join the stream. We're talking about inflation. The problem is in Hungary, my salary didn't increase by 35%. Yeah, Peter, that is exactly right. Your purchasing power has diminished by 35%. Your purchasing power has diminished by 35%. Nexter's increased the 119k emeralds from 77 euros to 96 euros. It is ridiculous. A 19 euro change, and you got less emeralds, Miguel. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the packages for everyone changed as well. Excuse me. Game is too greedy. I hope it burns. Okay. I'm not going to call him greedy, Neo. And let's be very clear. Let's be very clear with this. I'm not intending on taking the side of big corporations, big game company. But their job, I mean, they are there to make a profit. And to expect them to not want to make as much profit as possible is your mistake, not theirs. All right. I do everything that I can to get you all to watch my content because I get paid by YouTube by how many people watch my content. Has nothing to do with... Well, I lost my train of thought there. Charlie, I totally agree with you. When people hate the price increase and some people quit playing, it's Nexter's loss. I'm sad one of my guildmates quit recently. Yep. My package didn't change. Okay. I'm guessing they'll lose players. They lose players all the time. I'm in Europe for work, and the game locked me into Euro payments since I've logged in from here. Wow, okay. Sell your car and loan from the bank. NA1DU. I haven't seen their financials. I haven't looked at their most recent financials. Honestly, they're just ruining their game. Nah. Admit it, you love us, and that's why you do it. Yeah. I do it for this. I'm doing other things. I'm trying to do other things so that I can take this way less serious and have more fun with it. But it is what it is. I learned from past games how to make do with what I got with little to no spending. But then charging too much, then it drives away customer base, even if renting offices space goes way up. Okay. But the thing is, guys, and ultimately, in 6 months from now, a year from now, all of the new players that are added in, they won't have any context. They won't have any context of the less expensive prices. So they won't have any reason to complain. They'll just buy. They'll just be like, oh, these are the prices for emeralds. And that's what they're counting on. Are they publishing financials now that they have been frozen from trading? Cordy, that's a good question. I guess they haven't really published since February, have they? I haven't looked, Knuckler. I have to go check. Spent some time this weekend playing Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah. It's a very... There's a lot of ads in that game. You did a vid in April showing the revenue is 7 million in Android. I just checked. It's 4 million. Paz, send me the link. We'll share it. So what is that? What is 4 out of 7 is what? 4 divided by 7 is 60%. Yeah, that's about right. My revenue is about 40% down as well. Paz, my revenue is down about 40% as well. So that tracks. About 30%, 35% down. I bet everybody's revenue is about 35, 40% down right now. An Animal Farm analogy. Q2 earnings are out. Yeah, but not Q3. Not Q3. I don't think Q3 have to be reported until mid-November though, right? I don't remember the deadlines and all that. Food, clothes, gas, and other bills all went up. My income didn't go up, so they have other games that are playing real life things. Yeah, I spent $70. Whew, I spent $70 on Call of Duty, and I spent more time playing Call of Duty over the weekend than I do in almost an entire month Hero Wars. That's not true. That's a lie. I spent about an hour or 2 hours a day playing Hero Wars, so 14 hours a week. I definitely did not spend 14 hours over the weekend playing Modern Warfare. That's true. December 10th is when Q3 financials need to be posted. All right, there you go. There you guys go. If you guys are curious about Q3 financials for Nexter, they'll be published on December 10th. Thanks, Richard. Can I change my Gmail for web progress? I don't know, Con. I don't know. COD is a one-time cost. Hero Wars is a money sink. Oh, Andreas, though, but I got to get the skins. I got to buy skins. Got to buy the skins. And something that people keep forgetting about the difference between Call of Duty and Hero Wars, or any other AAA game in Hero Wars, is the time investment. The time investment. Like, I can be done playing Hero Wars in 30 minutes every day, but I need more than 30 minutes to play Call of Duty. I could just jump in for one match if I was really disciplined about it. But whenever I sit down to play Call of Duty, it's an hour or two. It's not the same. It's not the same. Kismet has been suspended on the market since the war broke out. The war's been going for like 10 years, though, Evil Love. That's not... There are 3 computation cycles: mining them, distributing them, and redeeming them. They'd be better off with more commercials for emeralds. If you play a couple hours a day, price ain't that bad. Zol, you talk about the $70. Yeah, I see it as an investment. I see it as absolute investment. I'm playing with some of my buddies that I haven't played Xbox with in forever. Guys that I went to high school with that I haven't seen or hung out with in probably 10 years. They're logging in to play the Modern Warfare, because that's what we played. We played, Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops and all that, Is there something you can do to help me change Gmail? Con, no, you're gonna have to get a hold of support for that. I'm just a YouTuber. I have nothing to do with Hero Wars. Unless you're a cow general. Our cow general doesn't play that hard. Lady Love. Oh man. All right, let's transition a little bit. I want to talk about Hero Wars Simulator, and then we'll kind of move on to something else here. Hero Wars Simulator. We're going to talk about it while I play my Guild Wars. So the members of a very prominent guild, including the admin for the Hero Wars official Discord. You guys know Rank Dog. Rank Dog might actually be here watching. A couple of guilds have reached out to me regarding this Chrome plugin called Hero Wars Simulator. And while I'm hesitant to really share much information about it because it could end up being used by a lot more people, it is infinitely more expensive than Hero Wars Assist ever could be to use. So I doubt a lot of you will end up using it. Anyway, Hero Wars Simulator is a Chrome plugin that allows you to plug in and do 100 or 1,000 fights in a controlled testing environment in order to find the team that will defeat the enemy defenses with the highest probability, right? And like I said, Rank Dog, he reached out to me. He's been really championing this effort. I've been talking to the community managers about it over the weekend. It's a problem. Hero Wars Simulator and the mobile version is called Gelensoft. It's a problem as well, right? It's a problem because it takes away all of the time that you need to train or learn a fight, right? Learn to see how an enemy defense will how best to defeat it, right? And the problem isn't that you should be training or you should know better on how to defeat the team. The problem is that you can effectively just run the simulation, and once your heroes are all at a high enough point, you will win every time. Or at least with a high enough probability that you win every time. So it kind of takes away... It really takes away a lot of the strategy behind the game. Anyway, because it illegally uses the game's information and you have to pay for it, and it can train simulations outside of Hero Wars, it can run literally hundreds of thousands of fights without using Hero Wars to test it. It is likely going to be a bannable application. All right. And like I said, this comes from a very reliable source. You guys know Rank Dog. He's been in and out of my my chat quite a bit. He's been kind of sharing with me how big of a problem this has been over the last couple of weeks, and it continues to be. And he's been really trying to get some stuff done behind the scenes to get that closed. I haven't really talked about it much until recently. I've been trying to think about how I should approach it, if I should talk about it, what I think about it. But I think that I'm going to recommend people to not use it, because I really think that I really think that it's going to cause some people to lose their accounts. It allows others to test against you if you upload your heroes to it. Yep. All right. Fortunately, I'm not that serious about this game. I'm just going to go in and take my hits willy-nilly. I'm just going to be like, hey, you know what? I've fought Dave the Dead in the past. I've beat Dave the Dead in the past using the same... Oop, this is a slightly different lineup here. Slightly different lineup. We've got Qing Mao instead of Nebula. No, Qing Mao, Nebula last week. This week it's Isaac Sebastian. Qing Mao, Nebula last week. This week it's Isaac Sebastian. So this is actually... this is that strange Lars team that we were confused about. Okay, so... Okay. So we used Jorgen last week. And we used... We used Chorus for some reason. I don't remember why we used Chorus last week. So here's the team from last week. Does anybody remember why I used Chorus? Why did I use Chorus here? To protect against Lars, maybe? The Isaac stuns? Well, there's no Isaac here on the enemy team. For blind? Pro of the day? No, I've won both of these. Isaac may not be a choice here. Last week they used Celeste. I may not use Isaac here. I may not use Isaac here. Faceless? I'm afraid using Faceless I'm not going to have enough damage. Could go Yasmin. Probably should have used Yasmin. Well, that was dumb. That's all right. Little speed up action. Why would Helios crush Luther? I mean, I understand the Sebastian and the extra protection against physical attacks. If I use Sebastian, I'm just playing into that Isaac, though. Anyway, Katsuo. Here's another Lars. Crazy Lars team. Did I face Katsuo last week? I faced Carl last week. All right, I better test. I better get a test here. Give me 1 sec to get a test going. Whoops. There we go. Copy. All right, let's get this going. Yeah, I understand the reason, you know, moving the heroes around a little bit. Can't really rely on your tanks so much anymore. Can't really rely so much on your Nebulas or Dorian. Well, Dorian's actually better against them. Use Jorgen to be done with it. Yeah, I really think some kind of like Jorgen. Like I really think that that I didn't defeat this team last time because I threw the LOL Osh team at it, and I think the LOL Osh team is what I'm going to use here. I think LOL Osh, Osh with Sebastian, Zhu, Nebula, and Dorian, I think is the play here. I think that's the play. But I want to test. It's a 970,000 team. I don't want to just... I don't want to... See, I think this is going to be the play right here. So that dude, and Dorian. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do right here. Probably something like this. I might actually use Iris instead of Nebula, though I probably don't need to. Nah, Horton's Bull, that's not enough damage for this team. Faceless doesn't really cut it for damage anymore. You got for double tank teams and very double tank or tank plus Martha teams, you really have to have another damage dealer. Faceless just doesn't cut it. I said not for Guild Wars? Okay. Astaroth, Kark, Sebastian, Helios, and Faceless. Oh yeah, I use that team all the time. Jiv, maybe. But the hope is that I kill that Lars quick enough. Can work on investing on Sebastian, but I don't know which skin to buy, and I don't want to waste skin stones. Can you tell me about his best skin? Physical attack. You want to get his physical attack as high as possible. King Slurp, the most efficient skin would be his agility skin, his default skin. But you just want to get his physical attack as high as possible. Jorgen instead of Nebula, that'd be a good idea. I could see that. Jorgen instead of Nebula there. Maybe able to use Faceless here. Got a test. Let's give it a shot. I definitely think Jorgen is a good idea, though. Sebastian, no. Sebastian first, then Zhu, and then Dorian. And then, I mean, let's do Chorus. Will prevent a little bit of stun action. Do we need it? Where's the damage really coming from here? This isn't really a damaging team. This is a delay team. Maybe we should use Albus. We should probably just use Albus. You know, Morgan may be a good choice here too. I don't know. That's why we test. Wait, Put one hero on your team to counter each hero. No. Jorgen versus Sebastian. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let's try Morgan instead of Sebastian. Isaac obviously didn't have any trouble surviving that, so we don't need to mess with that situation there. Oh, Morgan stands in front, though. That's an issue. Maybe we should use Axel. Yeah, my Morgan's too weak. Morgan's too weak to tank just yet. And see, here we go. Stuck again. Stuck again. Okay. Okay. So let's try this then. Dorian. Yeah. So we are having an issue here. Dorian is definitely dying before Lars ults. Dorian is definitely dying. So maybe we don't use the team we thought we were going to use. Maybe we do need chorus. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Robert, I wish that I'd spent more time on mobile because of the pets. We got close there. Got close. Let's do this. Let's act like we don't need Isaac. Because I don't think that we need Isaac. Yeah. Let's try this. Let's try this. Maybe Zhu kills Lara so you don't have to. Yeah. I guess if you kill Lars before, but see the thing is I haven't killed Lars before he ults yet. So unless I can kill Lars before he ults, there's no sense in using Martha. Martha versus Cleaver and Lars are both really bad, so there's no sense in it really. Oh, double armor. That was dumb. That was so dumb. Why am I using these abilities when they have double armor up? Oh my gosh. I did it again. I did it again. Why am I doing this? Oh my gosh. Isaac's armor penetration would be good. Rosh team with Axel Pet? Yeah, maybe. All right. Osh with Axel. Let's try it. Okay. Okay. Let's try it again. Osh team with Axel. Take two. Try Remy. Looks like a job for Galahad. Okay, I'm just trying to get cute with this team now, and it seems like if I'd have just went with my gut and tried different pets instead. If we win this fight, we're going to go ahead and try this team here. All right, 3 for 3. Pitter patter, let's get at her. Axel. Let's go. Rantop, nice job. Thank you so much for holding my hand there. All right, now let me post my GIF. There we go. Got him. We are horrible. I hadn't even noticed that. I hadn't even noticed that name yet. Oh, man. Nice job, guys. Nice job. Thanks for pulling me through. Thanks for pulling me through. Okay. We don't have Clash of Worlds just yet, and we don't need to do anything with guild raids just yet. Let's see, what do we have? Let's see what we have. As a team pet, I think Axel's the best team pet. No, not the best. Not the best. The most well-rounded. Most well-rounded. Dang it. Sorry, just making sure I missed everything. Or make sure I didn't miss anything. Don't have Cowman. Would you say that tanks are the only heroes really safe to max out? No, Robert, I would not. I would not. Because there are some tanks that you don't want to max out. Over on Hero Wars Mobile, actually, let's do this. I haven't discussed this enough. Okay, so Robert Catania has a really good question that I don't mention this enough, so we should mention this right now. Over on Hero Wars Mobile, the GOAT Facebook page, this is specifically for mobile, guys. Mobile. Go to Hero Wars Mobile, the community, the GOAT. Go to search and search for priority. And then, let's see, stat priority updated. No. Here we go. Updated to include, here we go. Stat priority workbook right here, okay? Updated to include Mushi and Shroom for stat priority. All right. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is it gives a nice baseline for what you should consider leveling your heroes to. And if you take a look at some, like right here, here's a good example. Aurora. These are the glyphs leveling order. All right. And Tim made this. So if you guys don't like Tim, then you can go ahead and plug your ears, I guess. The suggested glyph leveling for armor is only to rank 24. There's a specific reason for that. Don't really need to get into it here too much. But to answer your question, Robert, no. I wouldn't say a blanket statement like max every tank. I wouldn't do that. I don't think that there are many heroes that have any kind of considerations like that, but Aurora is definitely an exception. I think for all the other tanks, it's okay to max everything else. I think. But again, you know, you have some specific. Oh, I'm sorry. The glyphs are over here. This is the skins. I'm sorry. This is the skins. Skins, armor to rank 24, glyphs. Aurora, go ahead and max all the glyphs, but the Elmir glyph is agility. Let's see. Is there any other ones that? Rufus, only get Rufus's armor at a 36 and leave his magic defense at 0. Okay. I really go for main stat first always because of so many critters in my server. Yeah. So this priority sheet, this priority Excel spreadsheet isn't going to be the end all be all for every situation. Let's be very clear with that. This is just like a suggested situation for the average team. Some teams, the armor stat isn't for Aurora isn't going to matter, right? But if you're seeing a lot of Yasmins, for example, I believe this is the reason why you want to keep armor at 24. Makes her armor like the lowest for some teams, so that Yasmin will always target her. Right? Magic defense for Astaroth first over strength. Jiv, I don't know. I always like doing the defenses first for tanks. Strength really only gives you health, which is important, right? A little bit of physical attack, but 40 health per point of strength is pretty good. It's pretty good. But is it better than the defensive stats or just level and health outright? I guess not. I guess not here. Yeah. Okay. Vitamin Hero, do I have any news? No, I do not have any news yet. Before we sign off here, I tell you what, I'll go check all of the stuff Loadrunner hasn't posted anything on browser since the 27th, and he hasn't posted anything on mobile since yesterday. Talk about the times 4 task. Where is this, Deuce? Where is this spreadsheet found? It is on Hero Wars Mobile the GOAT Facebook page. Go to Hero Wars Mobile the GOAT Facebook page, and then search for priority. Tim Davis is the author. Yeah. Yep. All right. Good stream today. A lot of you have been messaging me, asking me why I haven't talked about inflation. I was saving it. Kind of saving it until it actually went into effect, and we got a little bit of chat about it. Way to do it. How's my cow? Oh, we've been eating so much ground beef. The ground beef, we've been eating we've been making like 4 pounds of taco meat. And then I just eat it off and on throughout the rest of the week. It's absolutely amazing. 4 pounds of taco meat, like on Tuesdays. Ugh. Big O steaks. We have to cut the steaks in half. They're so big. He hates us all and wishes us bad luck. That's not true, Griff. Come on. You know, Griff, you made Zeus from Olympus super self-conscious with your comment on that video. You should know that you made one of the GMs of one of the biggest web guilds on the planet feel subconscious. So, mission accomplished, I guess. I don't know. Robert, it's on Hero Wars Mobile Community the Goats. Hero Wars Mobile Community the Goat. Go to the search bar and then search priority. And then if you want to get real froggy, click most recent right here, and it should be the one at the top. Nope, that's not it. Don't do that. Look for Tim Davis's one. Look for Tim Davis's post. Yeah. Your comment about muting the volume. About muting the volume. That was an Olympus video. Olympus YouTube made that for me. Yep. All right, guys. Please leave a like on the way out the door if you haven't already. 71. Good start. Good stream today for a Monday. I'm going to get back to it, though. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.